If you're going to come to South Florida, you want a beautiful fuchsia shirt. Is this fuchsia or pink?
Pink.
It's beautiful. I love the colors down here, John.
Hot pink.
Hot pink. You know what, unfortunately it's not too hot. We got a little bit of rain in the air and on the course today, but Johnny and I are going to do our best to go out. This is a tremendous facility. I mean, you've been around PGA players all your life. What do they say about the old course?
Well, they really enjoy the old course because it gives them a challenge, yet doesn't really beat them up. So they start the year here, which is a nice relief for them. It has some challenging holes, yet it's not overly long, so they can come here, and if they make some putts, they can score pretty well.
You've got a great turnout for the event. You told me a little bit you change up the holes for this thing. 18 isn't 18, 16 isn't 16.
Yeah, what we do is on the back nine we've made a little change so that they finish on the members' 16th hole, so we're able to put the corporate tents around the 16th hole, and it gives them a nice backdrop. Plus it's a pretty easy par 5, so each and every year we've had a lot of people on the leaderboard, and it's a very good chance to make eagle. And as a result, you can maybe nip the tournament. So a birdie on the last hole has won the last 3 years.
Well, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the old course. Who designed this tract of land? What does it look like? Let's talk about this thing. I'm eating at the Denny's or something, and I want to see the menu. Tell me what this course is about,
Well,
baby.
the beautiful thing about the old course, it was originally designed by Joe Lee and then redesigned by Gene Bates about 5 or 6 years ago. What's beautiful about the old course is it's right in the middle of the city with no homes, and it has the up north feel. The majority of our trees are oak trees, and there's very few palm trees here. So when you play the old course, the experience is like you're up north and you've played an up north golf course. So it's very well received by everybody who plays here, obviously the members and any guests that we have too.
Well, let's talk about the signature holes. I know number 3 is just a Jim Dandy. You've all tried to replicate, am I saying this right? You've tried to replicate the Swilcan Bridge in Scotland.
Yeah, well, what happened was we did have some bridges that were built, and the old course kind of came to be because of our facility. We were the first course, so we've always been termed the old course, and then when they put the bridges in, we adopted the old course, and as a matter of fact, our crest is the old course, and the bridges are nice old course bridges.
And it's a great little par 3 over a pond. Very beautiful. Some of the other signature holes out here, John.
Well, the back nine, on the front nine, number 7 is a unique hole. Gives the players an opportunity to actually drive the hole. It's a drivable par 4 with a little bit of risk. As a matter of fact, in the tournament, one of the sponsors was in the diamond business, and they offered a $500,000 diamond for anybody who made a hole-in-one. So for the senior tour event, most of the wives were making the guys hit driver and make sure they could get there. There was no layup for the $500,000.
The diamond was safe.
The diamond was safe.
For sure.
No one won the diamond. And on the back nine, the member 13th hole is a memorable one. That's the one that you might see in the footage that plays over the pond, the second shot to a 3/4 peninsula green with the rock wall in front, and it's safe. And if the members don't hit the best drive there, it's a kind of a tricky layup, and then they have a negotiate the water with their third shot.
Very nice. Well, John and I are going to head out onto the golf course right now. A little bit between the raindrops, but you've played golf in Scotland, right?
Yes, played some golf in Scotland, so we got a typical day today with a little bit of mist and a little bit of storms, but
we'll be good, lad, on the old course at Broken Sound. That sounded more like a pirate than a Scotsman. Let's head out to the track.
Thank you. Here we are at the par 4 13th hole. It's our number 2 ranked hole, the most difficult hole here on the back nine. Probably one of our signature holes. Plays very difficult. It's very long with the second shot over a pond with water on 3 sides of the green. Well, we hit that one pretty good down the middle of the fairway with a slight draw. It's going to leave me about 180 yards in over the water into a slight breeze. Okay, here we are at the approach area of the 13th hole after about a 280-yard drive, luckily in the middle of the fairway. It leaves us about 165 yards away from the hole. Our 13th hole plays into the east, which is our prevailing wind, so it's generally into the wind when we hit our shot here, our second shot at 13. And we usually just play for the middle of the green to keep things safe and avoid all the trouble. Well, that shot right there was a very safe shot, right to the middle of the green. So I've just about assured myself of a 4 with a really good chance at 3, but no danger of making a higher number. All right, here we are on the 13th green. A little bit about our green surfaces here. We have Tiff Eagle greens. We like to keep them relatively fast for the members. They run between 11 and 12 on a normal basis, and obviously for our Senior Tour Championship, they kick them up a notch. There's a little bit of grain, but it's a hybrid dwarfed Bermuda, so there's very, very little. And as you can see, I've played a safe shot underneath the hole about 40 feet away. All right, here we were from about 40 feet away. We've left myself just about a kick in, even though the members probably wouldn't give this to me. And I've made a safe par without a chance of making a double bogey or higher, and that's how I would play the hole, safe and a nice gimme putt here for my par. And after the 13th, we'll be heading to the 14th hole. Here we are on the par 3 14th hole. Doesn't really give you much of a break after the 13th hole. We've got about 165, 70 yard shot over water to a green that's very, very small front to back, a little bit generous left to right. Well, there I hit a very, very solid 6-iron to about 25 feet away, another safe shot, and looks like I'll make another par. Here we are at the par 3 14th hole. It still gives you a little bit of a break after playing the 13th hole, which is one of our more difficult. It's about a mid-iron shot, about 160 to 175 yard shot, depending on where the tee is, over water to a green that's not very deep, generous left to right, but not deep front to back. That one was pretty good. That was a mid-iron, 6-iron, a nice slight draw to about 18 feet from the hole. Good chance for birdie, safe par. Here we are on the 15th hole, which is for the members, which is actually the third jewel of what they refer to on the Senior Tour as Alligator's Alley. A stretch of holes 12 through 15 that perennially plays over par for the Senior Tour players, and obviously plays over par for the members as well.
John, time out. Alligator's Alley. We're talking about the things that bite and chew and with their teeth and stuff. They're around here.
This is Alligator's Alley as far as the stretch of holes.
Oh, all right, because if there were alligators around here, you're getting a little nervous, you know. We don't have them in Pittsburgh.
We have them here.
How are you going to play this hole?
This hole right here is a little draw off the fairway bunker. Try to hit it as far as you can because it is a lengthy hole, and again, plays into a prevailing wind with an elevated green, so it plays a little bit longer than its actual yardage.
All right, you play the hole, I'll keep an eye out for the alligators.
Keep an eye out for the alligators. They're fast on the ground. That was a very good tee shot, straight down the middle of the fairway, about 280 yards. But it'll leave me a very difficult second shot, as again the green is crowned and it's very difficult to hit. Yes, we've happened to get this one in the center of the fairway, about 155 yards from the middle of the green. The strategy here is, because of the elevated green, to take a little bit more club and try to get something again to the middle of the green, at least past the front part of the green, to get it on the green with a mid-iron, maybe 7-8 iron. All right, that one we hit a nice 7-iron in there, about 6 feet away from the hole. Good chance of birdie. Well, as you can see, I had that one in there very close, and Randy was nice to me. He figured I wouldn't miss the 4-footer, or he was going to feel sorry for me if I did, so he let me pick that one up. As you can see here on the 15th hole, it's great. It's got a beautiful elevation, which is not typical of Florida, and the green is also cut into some tiers, a front tier and a back tier, and you usually have to get the golf ball to the right section of the green to be productive and make your par or your birdie. Here we are at the beautiful third hole, par 3. Runs about 158 yards in length. Again, medium to short iron in, over the water and over a bunker. Again, nice iron, about 22 feet away from the hole. That one should be a good one to end on. I'd really like to thank you for joining us here at the Old Course. If there's anything we can do for you, please give us a call.